Hey guys, it's Chelsea Small with Republic Parks and Recreation, and in honor of Earth Day today, we're going to do a craft that uses some of the different supplies that you can probably find around your house. So some of the things we'll need today are a cardboard box, so really any size will work. You'll also need some blue paint and a paintbrush. Or if you'd rather, if you don't have paint around, you can also use some blue construction paper. You're also going to need an empty toilet paper roll or paper towel roll. We're going to need a couple of brown paper sacks, a magazine, and if it's got a lot of green color in it, that would be great. You're going to need some scissors and some glue. And parents, if your kids are going to paint, I would suggest putting something down on your table, whether it's newspaper, I've got some parchment paper here, just to try to keep things clean. So first step of this project is going to be taking our cardboard box, and we are going to tear this apart to where we've got the inside of the box showing. So what I'm going to do is just take some scissors. And kids, these are big kid scissors, so make sure that you use kid appropriate scissors if you have them or have an adult help you. But we're going to cut this apart. So now we can see the inside of our box. And so next step is going to be to cut off all the flaps that are on the top and the bottom here. So again, just taking those scissors, cutting along the line that's there. I'm going to cut all of these flaps off the side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, cutting off all of those flaps. Okay. And all of our little flaps we can set to the side. These aren't anything that we'll use, so we can just recycle these or use them later. So this is what we're left with. And you'll notice with your box, it's got different folds here. So we really only need 3 panels to work with. So we are going to cut off the 4th one. So now we have 3 panels here. A small one, a bigger one in the middle, and then a smaller one over here on the side. So we'll set this extra panel to the side. Again, we're not going to need that right now. Our next step is going to be to paint the sky for the background of our tree. So I've got some blue paint here that I've went ahead and I've put into my little paint cup. I've got my paintbrush. We're just going to dip it in. We don't have to be nice and neat with this, and kind of do whatever you guys would like here. If you've got some green paint and you want to make some of the grass at the bottom of your scene, you can do that as well. So we'll just quickly give this a good paint. We've got some other examples sitting here to the side too. So before we move to the next step, this will need to dry. So just keep that in mind. Now we've got some sky painted here. The next step that we're gonna do is to go ahead and make the trunk of our tree. So if you've got your paper towel holder or your toilet paper roll, you can use this. And you're gonna want to size it up on your piece of cardboard. So if you've got a smaller piece of cardboard like I do here, we may need to trim the trunk of our tree a little bit. Or use a toilet paper roll instead of a paper towel roll. So once this is dry, you'll want to glue it. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and trim this to size, about right there. And setting a small piece to the side, we aren't going to need that today. And then if this was already dry, we would take our glue it down the middle, and stick our tree trunk on our tree, just like that, okay? So that lets us move on to the next portion. We'll set these to the side. All right, the next things that we're going to need are going to be our paper sacks. And so for this portion, what we'll be doing is taking our scissors and cutting strips into our paper sacks. So just like this. You should be able to get several strips out of one sack. Go ahead and make a few of those here. Do one more. All right, so we'll start there. And then we are going to twist these to make our different tree branches. So I like to start from the end that is folded up. This was the opening of the bag up here, so you've got your two ends there. But starting from the folded side, we're going to go ahead and start twisting this paper into our different tree branches. Okay. So we'll do all three of these strips, and then I'll show you what it looks like once we get it put on our tree trunk. So that's one. Twisting here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just do it however you'd like. It's going to make some texture here, which is going to look really cool. All right, so now we have our 3 tree branches twisted up. You're likely going to need more than 3, but I've already got one kind of started over here. So as you can see, this was an even smaller piece of cardboard. So instead of the paper towel roll, I used a toilet paper roll on this one. So this one already is dry with our paint. I've already glued on our tree trunk here and twisted and glued on a few of our branches. And I'll show you how to attach these branches as well. So for these, you're just gonna take the glue that you have, and then we're gonna make a stripe of glue wherever we want our tree branch to fall. So squeezing some glue here, taking one of our branches and just gluing that down. And these are going to be textured, so it may not follow your line exactly, but that's fine. That glue will dry clear. Okay. And we'll take our next tree branch, same kind of thing. Taking our glue, making our line here where we'd like it to fall, and then sticking that tree branch on that glue. Okay. All right, so there's an example of what our tree is going to look like without our leaves. Okay. So we'll move on to the next step of the project now. And for this part, we are going to need our magazine, and go ahead and flip through it, find some pages that have a lot of green on it. The garden magazine that I picked out was great for that, but anything that you have that's green will work. I found some different pages, like this one, great example, has a lot of different green colors on there. But next we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut out some leaves from this page. So when I'm doing these, they don't all have to be the same shape or the same size, but I've kind of made them almost like a raindrop. So we'll cut out several of these. You're going to need them for your tree branches. So we'll go ahead, we'll cut out a few of these and get them stuck on our tree. Do one more here. Okay. Now I've already kind of jumped ahead and put some leaves on another tree that I'd started. So thus far, this is what it looks like. So again, we painted our background, attached our tree trunk, twisted our branches and glued those down, and then I've glued our different leaves down as well. So I have one more branch left here to fill. So to do that, again, taking our glue and the different pieces that we cut out for our leaves, and then we're gonna just take our glue and glue these on our tree. couple more leaves here. Alrighty. All right, now we have all of our leaves on our tree. And so when everything is dry, you'll be able to take your tree and stand it up here. We have those folds that are still in our cardboard that will let them kind of move forward so it's able to stand up. So pretty cool craft project here. You're able to cut off these extra branches if you want to. You could glue extra leaves to them to make a cool 3D effect. But part of Earth Day is just about recycling or reusing different materials that you have in your home. So this is a good Mother Nature friendly project that you can do. So we hope you enjoy. We'll see you next time. Bye guys.